So I think right now what we're going to do is actually we're going to fix this top part. If you go to your image, if you've done the tutorial exactly the same way I have, if you go to textured, you'll notice that this top part is see-through, and it shouldn't be like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to change that. So we go back to solid, and we're going to select, if you're in object mode, select the main part of the house, hit tab to go into edit mode, and then select these individual pieces. So I'm just control and then right clicking my way around. Unfortunately, you do have to go like 4 bars at a time, or else you start getting these edges in there too. It's really weird. Okay, so now that the whole top is selected, we can hit W for specials and go to flip normals. All right, and then when you go over to textured, it is now visible. So it's all there. You can see it. So if we go 0, then yep, everything is how it's supposed to be. It's looking correctly. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put a sky in the background. So first thing we want to do with that is add a new mesh. So we're going to go to mesh plane. So we added a plane here. We're going to rotate that on the x-axis, and we're going to go 90 degrees. All right. We are going to scale that up a little bit. Let's zoom out. Oops. Zoom out a little bit here. Okay. Let's scale it on the X, and then scale on the Y. Oops. Scale on the Y. Oh, Z. All right. Now let's just take it the way it is right now. I'm gonna unwrap that, and we're gonna switch from default and go to UV editing. And then in here, we actually might already have a sky picture available. So let's see what that one looks like. If we go over here to rendered. So we can see the sky. All right. There's a shadow on there, but we can take that out. Okay, so now we're going to do, whoa, okay. So let's get add a render, go to textured, select this image, go into object mode, and I'll grab that on the z-axis. I have multiple things. I have gut. Oh, I selected them wrong. Okay, go into edit mode. Sorry, we should have been in object mode when we added the mesh. We were in edit mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate this. So if I go to P, if I hit P and then selection, it just separates that object from the rest of them. So we go into object mode again, and we can select just this one object. Let's rotate this on the X axis to kind of give it a bit more depth. And bring it down. And let's actually scale it on the Z just a little bit, just to give it more of a depth, that it's, you know, scaling, that these clouds are further behind than they actually are. I mean, if you look at it, it's just like right behind the house. Alright, so let's actually render that out and see what that looks like. Okay, not too bad. I mean, we're getting some shadowing on there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go UV editing. We're gonna change that back to default. We have this one selected. Dope. I forgot we're still using the same material. Okay, so with this one, we're going to delete this material. I'm gonna add a new material. And you know, it's actually a pretty good idea to name your materials. So like this one will be sky. If you have like a bunch of different things on your palette, I don't know what this would really be called, but a scene. You know, so if you have a bunch of different objects in your scene, then it can get kind of crazy if you don't have your materials labeled. So that is a good thing to have. We're going to click shadeless, and we're going to go back to render. And what happened? Oh, that's right, text faces. Always forget that every single time. Don't know why. Alright, and there you go. Perfectly shadeless background. And you can even see it's actually, the windows are actually transparent, so you can actually see the clouds through the other windows, but you also see the clouds on this side of the windows, like here. So, and you get some reflections too. So it's kind of a cool thing. If you found this tutorial useful, please subscribe to our channel. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment area below. This has been a tutorial with Kyle with 5 Minute Guide.